There we go. All right. Shalom. Gonna start by saying praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh, by Hashem, Ukar, Kadash. We recognize Arizona Great Mills on their camp. In the spirit of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh, give double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. My brother Tazabad, this is the brother Bayan on the screen. You know, understand himself. You know, wanted to get into some prophecy. Wanted to get into some prophecy. A few articles, because we're in that time, bro. I'm gonna start the screen. Got a precept with. I'll go ahead and grab it. Let me see it. Screen. No, you go mine. I hear you.
I want to get up into this market of beast, man. So we're gonna pull out a few articles, a couple articles, scriptures to go with it. If you are pretty much familiar with articles we're gonna get into, going into Revelations. Scriptures we don't get into. We're into Revelations the 4th chapter and Revelations the 16th chapter. But real quick, this is Revelations chapter 16, verse. Spot, give me a minute here. Hold on, real quick, God.
Yeah, you got it.
Lost the scripture I wanted to hit.
13?
Yeah, 13.
I think it's 16.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm in 16 right now, but I was looking for the verse. It's Revelation chapter 16, verse 2.
No, 13 and 16 is what you're looking for, right? Mark of the Beast? That's really good.
Yeah, 13. What?
13 and 16.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and it says, "And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead." Now, on the screen, we got a couple articles we can get into, and I'm gonna grab this article real quick so the brother got it on the screen. And on the top of it, it says General of Research and Medical Science, right? So this article is pretty much getting into the statistics on what RFID chip. One of the reasons why it's going to be used, for medical uses and tracking uses and things like that. So to start off, it says radio frequency identification, RFID technology, and patient safety. So we already see it's talking about patient safety. So like what has been talking about with the whole coronavirus issue, they're going to try to implement the RFID chip during this crisis, man, because you people are already freaking out about the pandemic. So what they're going to do is they're going to use the RFID chip as a leeway to start having people take it. So it says radio frequency identification RFID system have been successfully applied in areas of manufacturing. So they already been making it. And this article was in 2013. So you can only estimate how many people have it already. It says supply chain, agriculture, transportation, healthcare services, to name a few. So this is already out there, man. People have been using it for agriculture, for transport, and healthcare, man. I remember watching a video not that long ago. This Edomite, man, he was he was using his identification, identify the symptoms that this dude had. Like if he had any type of problems with his body already, they could just scan the RFID chip and they can see his whole medical history on like a computer screen or whatever. And it says, in services to name a few, however, the different advantages and disadvantages expressed in various studies, the challenges facing the technology of RFID technology have been met with skepticism. Skepticism pretty much means a doubt in the truth.
Yeah.
So this is, it says by managers of healthcare organizations. The aim of the study was to express and display the role of RFID technology, man. So they've been finding out ways to implement this RFID chip to make people want to take it, man.
Yeah.
So they put you on certain situations where they say, oh, well, if your kid get kidnapped or before your kid get kidnapped, you have them take the RFID chip and we'll be able to locate them quicker and all of these various things.
Yep.
And this is what Esau Edom, this is what he does. This is what he planted. So I'm going to bring this back.
I got this precept real quick.
Come on.
Give me a second up. Hey, Shalom, brother. I'll call you back. Shalom. All right, this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. At least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Right.
Because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, his New World Order, he's using a crisis and he's blowing it up. It's just like when you deal with little kids, man. Little kids, they won't start freaking out until you start drawing more attention to it,
Right.
And so he's drawing more attention to where people are freaking out. They're stressing out. They're doing all this panic buying and all this shit. But then while they're doing that, it's like a magician, man. That's why it says the covering cast, man. This dude's a magician. He's using witchcraft, his media, to sit here and divert your attention while he passes all these bills. He passes all this legislation just to push forth his New World Order. But you got to get into yours.
You know what? I got a precept real quick for what you're getting into because I was watching a video on the Apostles today and they brought this up. This is Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe, and woe means destruction. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievous which they have prescribed. And that's what they're doing. They keep pushing and implementing these different bills and laws to keep people in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll tell you what? They'll tell you, well, you can go out running, you can go buy food, you can go do these different things, but more and more bills are being passed that's limited, that they're limiting you to go outside, man. That's unrighteous decrees, man. That's the way Esau Edom works. You know what I'm saying? So him pushing this RFID chip, him keeping you people in the house, and for an example, like in Arizona, how come Arizona isn't doing the same thing all the governors are doing, but keeping you people in the houses, man?
Yep.
It's a plan to have you people get more infected in more cases, so the numbers can dwindle. So you people could do what? You people could run to that RFID chip.
Yeah. Hey, let me get this one, man. This is going back and forth, bro. It says Daniel's 8:24, and his power shall be mighty, but not of his own power.
Right.
And he shall destroy wonderfully. He shall prosper in practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And through his policy he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace destroy many, and shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And that's what we're seeing, man. They said, hey, through his policy, he's causing craft to prosper, man. What is he doing? He's pushing out all these executive orders, crashing the dollar, giving you people an appeasement through a stimulus package that you don't know when it's going to come. Jake will sit here and hear the money, and he won't hear about how it's going to come, when it's going to come, what you have to do to be able to get it. Because like the brother said yesterday, if you have back child support, you're out of there. You're not going to get it. So a lot of these dudes that got babies by these women that put them on child support and shit, hey, they're gonna be pissed off because here it is, he's already in the hole, and this woman is gonna sit here and collect this check while he's sitting there still struggling, man.
Right.
And they're suspending the police for a lot of like non-violent crime.
Right.
So what is that gonna lead to? It's gonna lead to a bunch of these niggas feeling emboldened, and they're just gonna start stumping out these women, man. But I'll read the article for you. It says materials and methods. It says this.
Hold up real quick. I'm gonna finish this one off.
Mm-hmm.
It says the aim of the study was to express and display the role of RFID technology in improving patient safety and increasing the impact of it in healthcare. Man.
Yep.
So that's what they want to do, man. They want to put people in a situation where healthcare is going to be a part of that major implementation. You know, having people take that shit. And you people to it because researcher, it says to them that go down to Egypt for help, and that's what you people going to do. You're going to go to Egypt for help. You're going to go right in for help because you're going to find yourself in certain situations that you can't get out of. Let me grab real quick. This is Psalm 12. It says the Lord cut off all flat lips and the tongue speak proud things, and that speaks all Edom. You know, what Donald Trump said up in office, you know, America's a proud place. We're gonna get at it. We're gonna win the war. We're gonna win the battle. That's proud.
Super proud.
Go ahead.
Trying to load this thing on I-2020. But while that's loading, I'll read your stuff. So this study is materials and methods. It says this study is a systematical review, which the literature search was conducted with the help of liberals, of libraries, books, conference proceedings, PubMed databases, which PubMed is a public posted medical reviews. So it's publicly funded medical research. And a woman went to Congress and straight up told them this 5G technology and all that is against health. You know, so this is one of those things that PubMed actually has hella documentation on, but they're still pushing it. And then you have these people sitting here with how they communication channels in the government, how they tried to sit here and see the effects of radio frequency waves on human bodies. They put sugar water inside of water balloons, and if the water didn't heat up, then they're like, oh, there's no damage. But here it is, you put it into something that has no biology, and you put it in something that has no biology to sit here and see if it has a biological effect on it. But it says PubMed databases and also search engines available at Google Scholar, and which published between 2004 and 2013 during February 2013. It says we employed the following keywords in their combinations: RFID, healthcare, patient safety, medical errors, medication errors in the search engine in certain areas of the title, keywords, abstract, and full text. One of those things you got to remember is now they're sitting there with this coronavirus stuff. One big case they have is the first, underage death, under the age of 18. The first death they had was for somebody they sent home because they didn't have health care, which that universal health care that's going to play into the ID 2020 is going to be going to play into the beast too, because they're going to use this as a way to be like, you know what, we have to cover everybody. That was the whole scheme of ID 2020, vaccinate everybody, and set up a database to make sure those people were vaccinated. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going on that article, man. It's so much on here, man. I'm going to results. It says the preliminary research resulted in 68 articles after a careful analysis of the content of each paper. A total of 3 papers were selected based on their relevance. It says we should integrate relevancy. It says we should integrate RFID with hospital information consistency, and that's what I was talking about earlier, man. You know, you'll be able to look on a say a fast food restaurant, and they can scan your RFID chip to make sure that pretty much your heart and everything is compatible or good for the food that they're gonna give you, man. All those things, and that's why you had a lot of people talking about private privacy, man. A lot of people was talking about privacy, you know. So it says HIS and electronic health records, EHRs, and support it by clinical decision support system, CDSS. It facilitates processes and reduce medication and diagnosis errors. Identification, medical errors, patient radio safety and technology. There's at least 44,000 people and perhaps as many as 98,000 people die in hospitals each year as a result of medical errors that could have been prevented. So it's showing you that they're going to use the RFID chip to so-called prevent a lot of deaths, man. So these things can give them a heads up on your medical condition. So check it out. It says radio frequency identification, RFID, is a wireless technology capable of automatic and unambiguous identification without line of sight by extracting a unique identifier from micro electronic tags attached to objects, man. It says the RFID is a technology that uses radio waves, so they need the 5G, man, in order to really work these things, man, at a fast pace. Because if you try to use the 2.4, you know, me knowing a little bit about that type of system, the 2.4 wouldn't work for a technology like that, because the 2.4 range only allows the extended range. It doesn't allow that data to process fast enough for them to get that information. So that's why they need the 5G to come out in order to have that data process a lot faster than what it would now. But you have a lot of people as of now talking about how that 5G is going to be working so fast, and instead of in a pattern like that, it's going to be going like that, which is bad for your body, man.
Yeah. Hey, I got this quick one for you.
Go ahead.
Sirach 12:10, it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou didst wipe a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. You got it.
Let me try this real quick. I'm gonna bring this Revelation 13 and 16 back, but I'm gonna get this real quick. This is Psalms chapter 36, verse 3. It says, the words of his mouth are iniquity, man. Iniquity is sin and deceit. That's beautiful, man. Yep. It says the words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He have left off to be wise and to do good. So he have left those things off. So this devil, he's not made to make you better. He's not made to see things better for you. It's all for his gain. It's all for him, and him wanting to be in control, or like the scriptures tell you, he acts as though he is of the Most High, man.
Yep.
So let me bring this back. This little article. It says the RFID is a technology that uses radio waves to transfer data from an electronic tag called RFID tag attached to an object. It says through a reader for the purpose of identifying and tracking an object. RFID is already used to track and trace the victims in a disaster situation. So it's already being used, man. So that's prophecy, man. That's the prophecy we're going into. Revelations chapter 13, verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, man. So that goes to prove to you that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is trying to have what? Total control, man.
Hey, peep this. This is that word for mark in Revelation 13 and 16. This is the root word, because the initial word for mark there is charagma. Then if you go to the root word of charagma, which charagma means a stamp or imprinted mark, like a branding of a horse, a carved mark. Now, if you go to the root word, is charax, which you mean peller stake, which goes into the delivery system, where you get that hypodermic needle. It's huge as hell. And then if you go into that root word, it's grapho. Now that word grapho covers exactly what they're saying it would do for medical purposes. It says to write with reference to the form of letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or the materials, to write with reference to the contents of the writing, to express in writing characters, to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, written down, recorded. And this is what's happening. It's this is what they're using it for, is to record, because the scriptures tell you he exalted himself above all things that is called the Most High, man. He wants to be like the Most High, knowing all things, man. The Lord knows everything. It says his eyes are in every place, and Esau's trying to wickedly obtain that same power on the left-hand energy. You got it.
I'm gonna bring this back. It says the RFID is already used to track and trace the victims in a disaster situation. Data can be collected in real time and be immediately available to emergency personnel and saves time by the RFID crisis. So are we not in a crisis right now?
Yeah.
Are we not in a crisis? Are we not in a pandemic? So you think they're already not implementing this chip to certain patients of theirs? That's what these devils are planning on doing, man. Crisis management team, hospitals, and emergency personnel have access to data through a computer database. It says the RFID was the first explored in the 1940s, man. So this is a long time ago, man. They already been planning and thinking about chipping people, man. And it's gonna come to a point where they're gonna forcefully do it, man. It says 1940s as a method to identify Allied airplanes. It says today the RFID system has been successfully applied to the areas of manufacturing, supply chain, agriculture, transportation, healthcare, and services. Name a few. I remember the brother, he keeps saying, how Esau, he gets to bring things in slow for you people before he puts it out there, because if you put it out there too fast, you people will freak the fuck out, man.
Yep.
And that's what it's coming down to, man. Is that you people are what Esau is doing is he preparing you people's minds for this chip, which a lot of these people are already taking. I got this real quick. It says Proverbs 6 and 14. It says forwardness, and forwardness means wickedness. It says forwardness is in his heart. He devises mischief continually. He soweth discord. That's how the devil is, man.
Yeah.
He consistently devises mischief. Man. He's always thinking of wicked ways to destroy who? The poor, so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans. That's his job. His job is set up to do what, man? His job is set up to consistently put you so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans in a dire situation.
Yep.
And that RFID chip is going to be part of you two-thirds of you so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans taking.
That's right.
Because a lot of you depend on the system. A lot of you people, a lot of you depend on this system. A lot of you make millions off the system. So in order to even get that back, Esau's going to give you the option of taking that chip.
Okay. Let me get this.
This article, man, I like this article. But you got some articles out, man. You go ahead and go into it, man.
I wanted to hit on what is ID 2020. You know, this is what it says. It says ID 2020. Give me 1 second. There we go. It says ID 2020 Alliance unveils a digital ID program with the opportunity for immunization serve as a platform for digital identity. Now, how's the injection alone, an inoculation alone, going to serve as a platform for digital identity? Because through this, when they're going to use this forced vaccination, man, because I believe it's going to happen. They've already been trying to sit here and pass legislation in other countries, and it's probably over here in the States already, saying that putting up anything negative about vaccinations can be a criminal act. You know, so them using these immunizations to serve as a platform for digital identity means they're going to sit here. This is going to be one of the first steps they have to actually get you into that database. It says the program harnesses existing birth registration and vaccination operations to provide newborns with a portable and persistent biomedical linked digital identity. And this was what's happening, man. And we're in 2020, and we're seeing now there's a virus. You know, like the devil says, man, never let a good crisis go to waste. There's a virus and there's an opportunity to ensure that everybody is inoculated. You know? And this is Esau Edom, so-called white man. This is his agenda, man. This goes into the new world order. This had an article, man, and I wish I could fucking find it. Maybe I can go on my my history, pull it up for me. Go ahead if you got something, Knock.
Right on. I got something right here. This is Micah. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe, and woe means destruction to them that device iniquity, man. So device sin, device means to plot, to plot sin. So that's a part of plotting, man. It's implementing this RFID chip onto people. In the case of a disaster situation or crisis situation or pandemic situation.
Yep.
And it says, woe to them that device iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Now, is this not the so-called white man? Is he not working evils upon his beds? The whole, interview with Donald Trump, him talking about things are getting better, man. We all know that's all fake and phony, man. That's to keep these people panicking, man. That's to keep you people from going outside, flipping over parked cars and burning your own damn houses up.
Yeah, it really is, man.
These people foolish as hell, man. The scriptures tell you in Proverbs 14 and 15, I always bring it out. The foolish believe it, the simple believe it, everything, man. So if Donald Trump get on the stand, he say something, then you people gonna believe it. That's what you call gullible people, man. You people are not bear witness to the things that these devils are planning. What about the Georgia Guidestones, man, where they said they wanted the population about 500 million people, but you got over 1 billion people in the world. You gonna tell me that's not trying to control population? You got over 1,000. You got thousands of people here dying of the coronavirus, but these devils got military units and stores, military units everywhere. Then you got military trying to break in your house in New York, trying to find the what I call them the last time, deserters. Hey, let me keep going here. It says, woe to them that device work evil. It says, but morning is like they don't sit up and they hold all this and how to call more things acts towards these people, man. They said it's too many people in the world warming up the world. It says because it's the power of the air, because most power is let me grab that real quick. It's Romans 13:1. It says, let so look at the house of the higher. I'll let you know who put it in Christ. That's the power of God. So he don't have his power unless it was given to him all time. It says the powers that he are ordained of all time. He has the same time. He's able to manipulate people's minds. He's able to manipulate power. He just is already to do so. My verse, I'm just running back to do that where you win the bid on this because it's in the power of their hand. They come take bills and take them away in houses and take them the oppressive man and his even the man and his just who can absolutely be taught about.
Go ahead. So you were at the article
says critical errors could be prevented by building safer health services. Here, because I remember service name. So it says medical errors could be prevented by building health care systems. RFID has been applied in hospital management. So it's in hospitals. An example, right? When I worked for Max, I remember customers had to around their neck, a little
light alert.
I was looking for them, like if it was having like heart attack or something, it hit that button, that alcohol RFID technology. It says RFID is valuable quickly getting information. What it said,
Yep.
It says monitor patient's location in a hospital, man. So what does you not to take it, or does you not to RFID chip?
That's in the law.
It says growing signification. What was that?
That's in the law, man. You know, to take that shit. The scripture tell you. You there?
Right.
Because the scripture saying the law is not supposed to make any cuts in flesh.
Right.
Let me read this article. I know it's low one. That's why. Let me cut this. Yeah, I do. Let me this article real quick. I'm gonna screen share. Up in articles. All right. You should be able to see the version.